For centuries, people have claimed to experience things they can't explain, doors opening on their own, whispers in the dark, cold spots that appear out of nowhere. But when it comes to the paranormal, not all hauntings are the same. Some are believed to be the lingering presence of the dead, the lost, the restless, the ones who never crossed over. Others are said to be something much darker, something that was never human to begin with. These two forces, ghosts and demons, have been confused, intertwined, and feared for generations. But according to believers, there are clear differences between them. So tonight, we're diving deep into what separates a ghost from a demon. What makes one the echo of a life once lived, and the other a being of pure malevolence? And why do people believe the difference matters so much? When most people hear the word ghost, they imagine a spirit, the soul of someone who has died but never truly left. Ghosts appear in stories from nearly every culture in the world, from ancient Egypt to modern-day America. The idea that a person's essence can linger after death is one of humanity's oldest beliefs. In many traditions, a ghost remains when a person dies suddenly, tragically, or with unfinished business. They might haunt a house, an object, or even a person, not because they want to harm anyone, but because they can't move on. Ghosts are usually tied to a specific place or emotion. They might appear where they lived, where they died, or somewhere that held deep meaning to them in life. Paranormal investigators often describe these hauntings as residual or intelligent. A residual haunting is like a recording, an imprint of energy repeating over and over again, without awareness or intent. An intelligent haunting, on the other hand, is said to involve a spirit that can interact, responding to questions, manipulating objects, and showing awareness of the living. The emotions connected to ghosts are often sadness, confusion, or loneliness. Many stories describe them as trying to communicate, flickering lights, moving objects, whispering names, as if asking for help or recognition. While their presence can be frightening, most believers see ghosts as human souls, not evil entities. They're lost, not demonic. Demons, however, are an entirely different story. Where ghosts are thought to have once been human, demons are believed to have never been human at all. They are considered ancient, powerful, and malevolent spiritual entities that exist to deceive, torment, and destroy. Descriptions of demonic beings appear in nearly every major religion, though their names and forms vary. In Christianity, they are fallen angels, beings who defied God and were cast out of heaven. In other traditions, they are chaotic spirits or embodiments of evil, older than humanity itself. Unlike ghosts, demons aren't bound to a location or object. They don't linger out of sadness or regret, they attach themselves with purpose. Their goal, according to believers, is manipulation. They feed on fear, confusion, and despair, gaining strength the more chaos they cause. And while ghosts might gently move objects or cause fleeting shadows, demonic activity is described as violent and escalating. Growls, scratches, possessions, and even physical harm. Those who study demonology or perform exorcisms often describe a distinct pattern of behavior in demonic hauntings. It begins with infestation, small disturbances meant to attract attention, knocks on the walls, strange noises, objects falling. Then comes oppression, where the entity begins targeting an individual, wearing them down mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Finally, there's possession, where the demon is believed to take control of a person entirely. To skeptics, these stages sound like the symptoms of psychological distress. But to believers, they represent the full cycle of spiritual corruption. The ways people experience these entities also differ. Encounters with ghosts often leave people feeling cold, uneasy, or emotionally drained, but encounters with demons are described as deeply sinister. Many report the feeling of being watched by something intelligent and hateful, accompanied by sulfur smells, growls, or a sense of suffocation. People claim to wake up with scratches on their bodies, hear mocking voices, or see dark figures with no recognizable human features. And while ghosts are sometimes connected to specific stories, a widow waiting for her husband, A soldier still wandering the battlefield, demons have no such identities. They're not someone, they're something. The distinction between ghosts and demons has also been shaped by culture and religion. In the Western world, influenced heavily by Christian belief, anything supernatural that isn't clearly divine is often labeled demonic. In contrast, in Eastern and indigenous traditions, the line is more blurred. Spirits might be mischievous or protective, depending on how they're treated. In Japan, for instance, vengeful ghosts called onryo can curse the living, while in some Native American stories, restless spirits act as warnings or guides. Not every spirit is evil, but not every spirit is peaceful either. Still, modern ghost hunters and paranormal investigators often make the distinction clear. If the energy feels human, emotional, and tied to history, it's likely a ghost. But if it feels ancient, manipulative, or destructive, they suspect something else, something darker. Skeptics, of course, see both ghosts and demons through a different lens. To them, the difference isn't supernatural, it's psychological. Strange noises, flickering lights, and shadows in the corner of your eye can often be explained by natural causes: drafts, faulty wiring, sleep paralysis, or suggestion. The human brain is wired to find patterns, even in randomness. When you expect to see something, your mind can make it real, at least to you. From that perspective, ghosts and demons may simply represent different layers of fear. A ghost is the fear of loss, the unknown after death. A demon is the fear of evil, of something beyond our control. Both arise from the same place, humanity's need to explain what we can't understand. Yet despite centuries of science and skepticism, belief in both continues to thrive. Maybe because these ideas offer something deeper than just fright. They give meaning to the unexplainable. They give form to our emotions, our guilt, our grief, and our darkness. In the end, the difference between ghosts and demons might not just be about what they are, but what they represent. Ghosts are the echo of humanity, the parts of us that linger, that want to be remembered, that can't let go. Demons, on the other hand, are the embodiment of fear, the darkness that exists not outside us but within. And whether you believe in them or not, both ghosts and demons have become reflections of who we are. Our hopes, our guilt, our fascination with life after death. The paranormal may never be proven, but it continues to live on in stories, in legends, and in the quiet moments when the house creaks a little too loudly and the air feels just a little too cold. Maybe that's the true power of the unknown, not that it's real or fake, but that it makes us wonder. It reminds us that even in a world of reason, mystery still finds a way to whisper through the dark. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the difference between ghosts and demons, make sure to like this video and subscribe for more explorations into the world of the paranormal. And tell me in the comments, do you believe there's a difference between ghosts and demons, or do you think they're one and the same? Because sometimes, the line between them isn't as clear as we'd like to believe.